Alhamdulillah, 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 alhamdulillah. Sweets, caught it hit. Alhamdulillah, 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 alhamdulillah. Sweets, caught it hit. I just want pull up in coops. I just want more for loose. I just be dripping in cool. I just be tripping in news. Kick it with goons. I just be smoking the fumes. I just might fly to the moon. I just get high like balloons. I just be out making moves. I just be sipping that juice. I just be spending for loose. I just be dripping in juice. I just be wet like I'm pools. I just don't care about no rules. I'm just a far with a tool. I just be killing you news. All of my guns, yeah, they blue. Fortnite, I'm getting a loot. Dropping the top on my coupe. Coupe and it came with no roof. Yeah, I just give it my dues. Say I hit a lick, alhamdulillah. Oh, you're getting dead. Alhamdulillah, 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 alhamdulillah.
What is going on, guys? I'm Dime with Gravel Kings, and we are out at the King Shocks Battle of Primm out here in Primm, Nevada, hosted by Snore. So right now we are on day one between races, and I wanted to fill you guys in on what we're going to be doing out here and what you guys are going to be seeing in this video. I also want to run over sort of the schedule and structure they have for this race because it's a little different than what I'm used to, and it might be a little different than what you're used to if you watch off-road racing. So in a normal race like the Min 400, you have an all-day, an aggressive mile, like 300-400 mile race going on, and it's just one long day. But what they got going here at Battle of Primm is 2 days with 2 different heats for each class. One of the teams sponsored by Gravel Kings, Ducky Racing, they're gonna be in Heat 7. They're gonna do 4 laps today, and then the same time tomorrow, they're gonna be in Heat 7 again, doing another 4 laps, and then they're gonna combine the points or the time for the day. So it's a little different style of racing. You don't have to put it all on the line, all in one race, all in one day, and exhaust yourself and exhaust the truck. You get to break it up into 2 days and get the best time and best position you can amongst 2 races. So with this style of racing, I think we could see people pushing it a little harder because they know that they've gotten to rest and they know that their truck has gotten to rest. So we're gonna be out here all day filming all different kinds of heat races, all different kinds of classes. We're gonna be checking out the jump section they have. We're gonna be checking out the infield. And as mentioned before, we do have a team out here sponsored by Gravel Kings, Ducky Racing, which we're gonna go catch up with. And we're gonna try to get a behind the scenes of what it's like for a race team to go through an entire race weekend. So with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoy this video, and now let's get into the race weekend. So all the racers start by staging over there, and then they release them directly into this infield section where they just rip around what's almost kind of like a short course track, whole infield section, and then they head out into the desert. Now once they head out into the desert, they are out in the backside for a while zigzagging around, and then they go all the way to the other side where there's a dike jump. So after they hit the first infield section and zigzag their way through the whole outfield, they come around here and they hit this dike jump right here, coming in from the backside, sending it over, landing, hitting a little more outfield before they hit the second infield section, which I'll show you guys in a second. Now that I gave you guys a little taste of what we got going on this weekend, let's go catch up with Eric and Ducky Racing because they're going to start prepping and setting up their pit and getting ready for their race.
I own SoCal Suspension in San Diego, and we started this Ducky Racing with me and my son as like a son and father racing team. And we've only been doing it for about a year now. We started with the old Ranger, and this is the new Ranger. And we're on, I think, our 4th or 5th race now. We're at the Battle of Primm. It's a 14-mile loop. We're doing 4 laps, and Zach is going to do all 4 laps 2 days, so 8 laps, and get some seat time, lap after lap, get better and faster, and learn the turns, learn the jumps, learn everything better. So we're excited. Good seat time for Zach. We're out here thanks to a lot of help with the sponsors, Gravel Kings especially, and we're excited. Let me show you the truck. It is a 2005 Ranger. Got a single cab, basically set up as a race truck. Basically, I mean, you can go play with it, but window nets, all your stuff from your impacts to all your extra tools, first aid kits, fire extinguishers, everything proper for tech. Interior wise, we went with PRP on the seats. They've always been a big help to us for the last 5 years. Seat belts. We have the Parker pumpers to keep us cool. We're running race radios. We're running a Holley EFI on the LS motor. It's a turbo 400, so it's a 3-speed ratchet shifter. And we're running Nitto tires. So Nitto came on board this year to help us out. So they've hooked us up with tires. We're running a 37-inch tire, and we're running KMC wheels. So KMC forged beadlock, true race trophy truck bolt pattern, trophy truck hubs, everything you would see on a trophy truck, axle-wise and hub-wise and rear-end-wise and wheel-wise, except we're on 37s. Suspension-wise, you're not allowed to change your stock frame rail, so you run the stock frame rail, but everything else is like a trophy truck. Bypass, coilover, big bumps. We have big horsepower. We have a Robert Maruzzi LS3 that's stroked out, and it's a screamer, like 700 horsepower easy. Rear end, we're running everything cambered, so hub-wise, rear ends, camber, still true trophy truck rear end, trophy truck links, trophy truck forward link. Everything back here would be the same as a trophy truck except for smaller. We got a big 60-gallon fuel cell, put the jack in the back. We got the high-speed fuel so we can run the pressurized and fill the whole tank up in like literally 30 seconds. Big sway bar, big bumps. We run a bypass coilover up here, rear chase bar, everything. The chassis is amazing, all TIG welded. We shock tuned it, so it really does well right now. So usually in the 1450 class, there's about 10 trucks. This year in this race it's 17 trucks, so it's a good amount. And then there's also the 2000 trucks, which will be in our same heat. So we'll probably have about 25 trucks all on the course at the same time, which might make it a little challenging. We have heard this course is difficult to pass some places, so if you do have to maybe bump the guy to let you know, or horn him, let him know you're want to go by him.
All right, we found the racer himself, Zach Ducky Connor. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
You just said my name. Zach Ducky Connor. I drive cars, race truck. I like it. It's fun.
Yeah. So what are you racing? What about the class, the truck?
1450. My dad, I think, went over everything about the truck, so yeah.
And why don't you go ahead and share with the people how old you are?
Oh, I'm 14.
14 years old racing. You gotta be crazy or something, dude.
Yeah.
To be racing a truck like this at 14? Dude, that's rad.
Yeah.
And I know your mom somewhere back there is not too happy about it. We'll talk to her in a little bit.
She's very supportive, but just very nervous about it.
Yeah. What's your history with racing? Because I know at the age of 14, I don't even know what I was doing. I was probably playing video games at that point. How do you get into off-road racing?
Mainly parents.
Parents?
Just like your parents, just like off-roading and stuff like that. And like, if you get introduced at it at a young age, you just kind of get not forced into it, but like pushed into it a little bit.
Yeah.
So we did KOH.
Yeah.
And we had one of the trucks, or my older truck, my first truck that I drove. And we tried that because we wanted to try out racing and see if we liked it, and we really liked it, so we kind of bought this from the Cambered kids, and we kind of, now we're in all of this.
I've seen the smile on your face at previous races, especially the Mint when we were out here last month, and you guys were kind of swapping out because it's a 400-mile race.
Yeah.
And I asked you, I'm like, are you good? Like, do you want to stop racing, let your dad finish off? You're like, no, put me back in.
Yeah.
Put me in, coach. Are the nerves building? Mom, where are you going? Come on. We need something here.
Anxiety.
Anxiety?
Uh-huh.
All right, now that we've met the racers and we've got a quick walk around on the vehicle, they got some downtime before their race. And pitting right next to us, I see another vehicle with Gravel King stickers on it. So we gotta go check them out. What's going on, man? How's your day been?
It's been going great. We're just dialing in the final touches on our 1400 truck here, sponsored by Gravel Kings. We got everything set up, fueled up, and we're just ready to get on course and lay down some fast laps. We want to try to keep it clean and just run all laps. Course is going to be pretty rough, but it should be pretty smooth. They switched us around this year, so we're before the trophy trucks, which is great. So we're just looking to get it finished and have fun with our boys here.
did it. I got a video of every jump so you could see how squirrely you got.
Oh.
Was it scary coming off? Could you feel you leaning
Dude,
back?
Yeah, when I'm like loading up, all I see is sky. I'm not, dude.
The first jump was smooth, but then the last three, he would like angle back on his back corner and land on one tire.
Oh my god, we were all screaming at
All right, so their heat race is now done. They're going back, they're gonna clean up the pits and then relax for the rest of the day. But we're not done, boys. We got trophy trucks up now. It's just gonna get a whole lot more rowdy. Alrighty everybody, the trophy truck class was the last class running today, so that is the end of day one. But like I said in the beginning of the video, this is a 2-day event. Tomorrow is going to mirror exactly what happened today as far as classes and the orders they're going. And then all the points are getting added up to see who wins the race for the weekend. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in to day one. I'll catch you tomorrow. What is going on, guys, and welcome back to day 2 of the King Shocks Battle at Primm hosted by Snore. Now my goal today is to check out the 2 classes that we did not get to see yesterday, and that is going to be the Class 5 limited bugs and the Class 10 bugs. So today is going to be a very bug driven day, and I'm so stoked because those are 2 of my favorite classes out of all off-road racing. So we're up bright and early because the Class 5 limiteds are about to take off right now. Then later today we're going to catch up with the Class 10s, and as soon as their race is over, it is going to be time for Ducky Racing to go ahead and go about their second race of this series. Now along with the Class 5 limited bugs, they have the Class 11 bugs, which are basically the bone stock ones, like the ones that I look at and my back instantly starts to hurt. might have misspoke earlier. I think I said the Class 5 limited bugs were my favorite class. Let me rephrase. I think Class 5 all around is my favorite, limited and unlimited. I think I like Class 5 unlimited more just because of all that extra suspension and power they got going on. But I think when I want to start racing, I think Class 5 limited is going to be like where the start is. Just because, I don't know, I assume it's more affordable and it's a little more entry-level racing, I guess, because it's limited, but I don't know. Just had to clarify that for you guys because you're probably thinking, why is his favorite a limited class? Where's the fun in that? Another thing about this course that kind of like surprised me, and you could probably attest to this as well, is that it's not like as rough or whooped out,
No,
or
not at all.
it's just not flat, but it's like pretty.
Jumps.
It's pretty mild.
There's a lot of jumps.
A lot of jumps and berms.
Berms.
Okay, so I think this is like one of those races where Class 11 would be okay, like the stock bugs,
Yeah.
because you're not just beating yourself up on rocks and whoops and all that. So yeah, maybe those back-breaking Class 11 boys, this is the race for you. You feel like you're not using a lot of your truck suspension? Like you feel like
No, the only times is just that jump.
The jumps.
Yeah.
Alright, so with the Class 5 and Class 10 race over, Powder Puff's finishing up right now, and Eric and Zach are heading off to staging to get ready for their second race of the weekend. Alright, you're about to head off to staging. You want to quickly go over what happened yesterday and how you're feeling for today?
Feeling pretty solid. Yesterday we ran all laps pretty clean. We kept a consistent pace, tried to keep the truck from getting too hot, and just trying to overdrive the truck. So we finished all laps yesterday nice and clean. Today we're gonna go out with the same game plan, just kind of run our own race and see if we can get it on top of the box.
Now is probably a good time to talk about why they are all the way up in the front today and they were all the way in the back yesterday. It all comes down to how they placed in yesterday's race. So the results from yesterday are based off of their overall time from the race yesterday. Ducky Racing did 57 minutes and 7 seconds for their entire race yesterday. And the other truck behind them, Dawn, they did 1 hour and 9 seconds. So they came in just behind them, which is why both of them are placed up front of the pack today as opposed to where they started yesterday. how was it? How was the weekend overall?
Really good. Truck's doing perfect. A little muddy. Track, they got it really muddy on like certain parts. Kind of sucked, but had really fun.
What position do you think you guys ended in?
4.
Fourth, unofficially. Fourth.
Unofficially 4th.
The weekend was amazing. We got through all 8 laps. We had a good first test day. Like Zach really got to his own, got to learn the track, learn turns, getting the speed, getting the braking zones good, and then today it was just like he turned into a whole different guy, man. He was just, I couldn't believe how good he drove today. We only had one problem, and we started overheating. Did find out that the oil cooler in the transmission was just caked in mud. They watered the track like crazy. So it was like this thick of mud, so it was just restricting the airflow to the oil cooler and trans. So we had to go easy on 3rd lap, and then got the temperature okay, and we just took it and just ripped the full fast lap. And I'm so proud of this kid. He's amazing. Thank you to Gravel Kings. Big shout out for getting us out here. All the other sponsors, KMC, PRP. It's just amazing to be out here, and we had a good time, and off to the next one. LS Fest, baby.
Finished day 2, finished all laps again, went through the whole weekend. Only had one issue with some trans issues of being hot. Other than that, crossed all laps. And I gotta thank Gravel Kings, R&R Photos, SD Lighting, Maximum Transmissions, Paisley Motorsports, and BD Designs for getting me all my stuff to get me here.
All right, guys, well, that is a wrap on an amazing weekend, an amazing event, and a whole bunch of great racers. All the Gravel King drivers did great. All these other racers out here did great, especially given the circumstances of it being a very narrow course and a very muddy course. I think it was just a fantastic weekend all around. And as you heard from the drivers, there are definitely a lot more events coming up that they're gonna go to, so make sure you guys stick around. Well, guys, I've been your host, Dimes, and we will catch you in the next video.